Some of Chelsea's young trainees in action for the Blues. They're among hundreds of 16-year-old hopefuls who leave school every year to sign up with Premier League clubs, dreaming of fame and fortune. As apprentices, they'll earn just £37 a week. As stars, they could earn 20,000. The next 2 years will decide if they have the talent and the staying power to make it to the top.
Every single boy who walks through that door thinks he's going to make it. But it's a tough part of their life. They're leaving school at 16 and they're coming into full-time work, into a man's world. Not only man's, but a bloody tough world it is. And for them to make it, you know, there's so many things stacked against them. Okay, fellas, here we go. This is it, innit? Just like to welcome you all, first years especially. Great opportunity for you. Don't have any regrets. No regrets, okay? It's a start, hey? Do it.
The new intake is joining 6 other trainees who are beginning their 2nd year. Like all their heroes, they start out as boot room boys.
I know it's a pain in the neck, all these duties, but they've got to be done. The gaffer's office. He's the most important geezer at the club. Nanny. It's got to be absolutely spot on. If he leaves on a Saturday evening at 9:30, you then go in and do it. And the same goes for my office, Ainsley. Okay? Home team dressing room, Hams and Agri. Jimmy, he's a good worker, Hamsy. All right? That's why I put you with him, because you're crap. We're going to set the standards. Because when you've done them, you come back and see me, Dave or Oz, and say, can you check them? So you set your standards this morning.
I want you to concentrate on your football. And there'll be times when I'll do your job for you, if I've got time.
He's having one, by the way, isn't he?
If I've got time. I know, Graham.
For the 2nd year boys, it's their chance to initiate the novices.
Get down to last year yourself?
I was alright because I was like quiet, I kept myself to myself and just stayed out of it. There was only like a couple who got done, but like Graham put his foot down because a couple of the boys got a bit upset over it. So, but it was alright.
Over 20 years ago, their coach Graham Ricks was an apprentice himself.
I know what my lads are going through. I know it's a pain in the arse, to be honest, when you're young. And me as their coach, I've said to them already, look, yeah, I'm your coach and I'm your manager, but really I'm your mate and I'll do everything I can to help you. And then they've got no excuses, have they? You can't give lads any excuses. You've got to have vision. You want to play football, you've got to have vision, Clint. Bit of chewing gum that, I don't know, some away players stuck on the wall, and that'd be very expensive for Neil, that'd be a black mark. But it's his first day, so we're just going through it. Okay, not bad. I'll bet next time I inspect it, there's no chewing gum on the walls. Should check the toilets. How do I get that out?
The wrong way round.
Wrong way round. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, what you've done is you've loaded it up, but the geezer before you, look, feel that. That bit has got to be sticking out at the bottom, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That'll be another black mark, Clem. It might seem meaningless tasks, but you have to realise that you've got to be able to rely on your teammate. You know, there's good workers and people not so good. I'm sure Clem will be excellent, because that's his attitude, he wants to do it. But it's his first day, he's just got to see what the standards are here. Hey, Clem?
Yeah.
Horrible bastard, isn't he?
I think I'm going to have a word with Graham, because by the time he does come home, he is so tired. I mean, I think it was the first week he said to me, Mum, he said, I have just cleaned loos. And I said to him, I've been doing that for years. He's had a taste of it. He was using the Hoover at Chelsea the other day.
Hoovering this dressing room for an hour and a half.
The Hoover wasn't picking up, but that's
No, so I was on my hands and knees for another half an hour.
But the thing is that you ought to practice when you come home.
Clements gets over a good cross.
That's all I've ever wanted to do, because I want to follow my dad's footsteps. And my dad ended up playing for England, he's done that 5 times and wants to just do me. I just want to be half as good as him, even if I can do that, you know.
Clements got a bit of a thump on him.
Like the odd occasion, say when I've had a bad day or something, I think, oh, I wish he was here, you know. I had to help me, but he died when I was young, so. But I know he's there somewhere. I know he's around watching. I know he's proud of what's going on, so that's my dream. Play for my country at like the top level. But as I say, on the first run of the ladder, there's a long way to go.
Do you mind the duties?
Yeah, but it's got to be done, you know. I don't know what it must have been like in the olden days, you know, when they used to sweep the terraces, and we have it a lot easier, but it's still a pain in the neck, because all you want to do is just play football.
Jim, get your hands out of your arse, Jim. Relax. Yes, Nanny. Get rid of that beer gut. Nanny's very professional. He's got his watch on and his puffy little band and all that. Sorry? Nanny, where you go? Big rat, Nanny, that is crap. Bye-bye.
You have a sense of humour in this game where you won't get nowhere. When I first come here, everyone gave me the stick and I was really quiet. I wouldn't say nothing back to them or anything. I suppose it's because I was a bit apprehensive, you know, since they're older boys than me, you know, they've been there and made it all before. But like, after a while, about halfway through my first year, I started to come into it more. I think that was the story for a lot of the first years. You know, they're a bit shy when they first come here. But after a while, you just got to break yourself in, really. It takes a bit of time.
I like it, by the way. They don't know it, but they're going to run for 10 minutes. It's 80 degrees, hard work on the AstroTurf. It's a test for them. Keep going till I tell you to stop.
Last year I didn't really fancy going out and training, just wanted to sit in there or whatever. But like nowadays I just can't wait to get out there and train now. And I had to talk to my dad, talk to my mum as well, and I promised that I'm going to give it my best this year.
Okay, just out to me, nice and easy it is, nice and easy, foot on top of the ball. Little roll with each touch. Just get used to it again. That's got to be your best mate this year. That's got to be your best mate. Can be your best mate or your worst enemy, eh, Mum? It's your best mate, isn't it? You can tell the lads are enthusiastic. The test run will be when they're injured or they're not in the team. Things are going badly for them, that's when the test is.
You end up being surrogate father as well as coach.
Yeah, you know, I'm the mate. I want to be the mate. And I want them to enjoy the work because they have enough, excuse the expression, they have enough shit to put up with when they're at the club of other people. So when they're here working with me, I want them to enjoy it. It's not always the case. You know, I'm going to steam into a few of them, obviously, through the season, but... And I've got to be the mate and the coach. Probably more importantly, the mate. Because out of that lot, you know, 3 make it. What about the other 10? They're going to need a mate, so...
I felt it pop and I just couldn't move it.
You see any bruising in your leg?
Yeah, I think
Where?
the same. It was like came up purple around there.
And what did you suffer?
Well, I couldn't walk. The leg would only move, you know, a few inches.
Hello, Jimmy.
Every new trainee must have a full medical from the club doctor.
Do you remember exactly when you injured it? How long you were out?
I injured it in December, and I was out for about 4 months.
Jimmy Agri, like most of the trainees, has already had several major injuries before getting to Chelsea.
When did you get back to full training again?
In about a month and a half's time.
Okay, your ankles?
Ankles, I did injure it about a year ago, but then it was just like swollen for a bit, and the swelling went down, and it was alright since.
Okay, wait there.
Every year, at least one of the boys suffers a serious injury.
For your insurance? They're just signing for the right time, yes.
Their biggest fear is that it could stop their career before it begins. But for now, the closest that some of the boys will get to follow in their heroes' footsteps is to clean their boots.
First couple of weeks is hard, but after about 3 weeks, just get used to it. And after like a couple of months, it's just like your life, innit? Everyday thing. You know what you've got to do when you come in.
What made you want to do it?
I don't know, just want to become professional, earn a lot of money, have all the women, and that's it. That's about really.
You're a dirty dread, man.
Day in, day out, each trainee has to clean up to 10 pairs of boots for the Stars and can only dream of what might be.
That's what you can be. When you're a professional footballer, that's what
Another new one, eh? He's got some bucks, I tell you.
The cleaning jobs are all about attitude, and Graham is worried about nannies.
They haven't been polished, have they? Tell him porkies. You're the overseer, Nanny. You're responsible. Well,
Do it again.
if you had to wear them in a match, would you be happy with him?
No.
There you go. Nanny is a smashing lad. Last year he just had the odd game, did okay, came in, did okay. But now he's got to do it week in, week out, be top notch. We'll see. I like him, but that counts for nothing. I'd rather I hated every single one of them and they all got taken on. Standards, chaps. I thought we were going to have a nice early lunch. And that's gone right out the window, hasn't it? Come on, get them all out, Nanny. I want to see what's at the bottom. Probably Lord Lucan in the bottom. Now that is good, isn't it? I'm so glad they're filming this. I'm so chuffed. Because you think I'm talking out my arse half the time, but I'm not, am I? Look at that.
Let's just do it properly feet. As soon as we've done this, we go.
You fucking stick me up big time. Hey, I mean, it's you. You've been doing it. I was doing the same count.
Not all of them are like that.
You've got stitch.
Is it what you expected?
No, not really. I expected short days. I thought I'd be home like 3 o'clock every day, but really I'm home about 6 or 7, if I'm lucky. It's like, get home, have a few hours, and you've got to go to bed, get up the next day. Got to work on Saturdays. You only really get Sunday off, rest day, and you don't really feel like doing anything because you're just knackered from the week.
He's played since he was 5, and his little books at primary school, and what do you want to be? He's always wanted to be a footballer. But he went off the idea a little bit when he was 13 or 14. But he's sort of come back to it a bit now. So I'm not really surprised now. But whether or not it's entirely what he wants to do for the rest of his life, I don't know, time will tell.
Ball there, he plays it in, I'm coming off in a straight line. Go on, Plug, do what you do, Plug. Do what 9 out of 10 centre-halves do when they're in a straight line. Well, I'll do it to you.
A hard taskmaster off the pitch, Graham is no less demanding on it.
Ball played in. Have some of that.
Good manners don't make good footballers.
I'm the centre forward now. Get on his shoulder, one for him, one for yourself, off at an angle. I might let it run. I might lay it back. But I've worked him. I've got myself maybe 2 foot, maybe a yard. But every little bit of space helps, doesn't it? Okay. Be as nice as pie off the pitch. I really mean that. Try and get on with people. Smile, be happy, enjoy your life. When you cross that line, whether it be for training or a match, you've got to become a bastard. You've got to be a hard, tough bastard. Smile. You can have a smile on your face, but in there and in your heart and your stomach, you've got to be tough as nails. They've all got some ability, else they wouldn't be here anyway. It's how they use that and if they get the best out of it and if they are willing to progress. Some lads are frightened of progressing. Now hopefully in the next 18 months, 2 years, I'm going to knock that out of them and they're going to go onto that pitch at Old Trafford in an FA Cup semi-final and show people what they can do.
Hold it, have a breather, have a little stretch while Nanny's doing his 20 burpees. Oh.
Jimmy Agri. He's been here 2 weeks, Jim. And he's gone from being a confident young man who's starting his job and thinking the world's his oyster, to all of a sudden questioning himself so much, thinking, oh, I can't be a footballer, I'll never be a footballer, I can't even trap the ball, I can't. That's because all of a sudden he's in a pressure situation. And it gets worse. Don't get easier, the pressure, it gets worse.
I work from Monday to Friday, and my aim's to get in the team on Saturday. But sometimes when I hear the team and my name's not announced in the team, it just puts a dampener on the whole week. And I think Graham's a brilliant coach, but I don't feel he's got the best out of him.
Jim, got those size 14s round it?
He's got a lot of work to do, Jim. He's got to be mentally tougher. I think he talks mentally tough, but I think that's a little bit of bravado. He's a big lad physically, but there's a little boy inside his head.
I'm proud of him really for what he achieved, but he still really wants to fight on, you know, to be somebody. And that's what he always says, keeps saying, and he's very proud when he sees George Best and other heroes, and I mean, he really does worship them. They said he's going to be one of them one day.
But not today. After a poor performance in training, Jimmy is on punishment duty, getting his heroes to sign balls for charity.
Sometimes, like, my confidence goes down, I think. It does affect me a bit, but then you've got to be strong, you just got to go on. Just go on, yeah. But I'm going to make up for it tomorrow in training. Hopefully try and get selected for the match on Saturday. Just go for it. Give it my best shot. Yeah. That's it, it's wishful. But it's just to get off to a good start. And hopefully one day I should be signing the ball. My signature on it. That's the aim.
Very rarely does a player go through his career without ever having something happen to him. I'll give you a little example of me, where everything was rosy for me. I was 19 years of age, I was in Arsenal's first team, and we got to an FA Cup final in 1978. And out of 42 league games, I'd played 38. I scored in the semi-final in the FA Cup, and 2 days before the final, the manager pulled me in and told me I wouldn't be playing, I'd be substitute. For a 19-year-old boy to accept that, after what he'd done that season, I thought my world had ended. Did I cry, or did I cry? In front of him, on my way home, in front of my missus. Next year, we got to another cup final I played. The year after, in another cup final. So I thought, I'm never ever going to get the chance of playing in a cup final again. And I got the chance of playing in 2. And I savoured those 2.
What an amazing cup final!
To a certain extent, you lose a little bit of your childhood because you have to be disciplined. You've seen something you want and you've got to go for it.
Did you win again, Nick?
For Graham and his protégés, the first big test of the season is against the Arsenal apprentices at Highbury. The fight for places is intense. It's already led to a punch-up between 2 of the most promising new trainees, Jody Morris and Neil Clement.
On the pitch argument, it's boiled over.
He was on my team in training and he had to go at me and then we just had to go back and started pushing each other, and then just threw a punch at me and I threw him back. It's just one of those things, you know, it happens, isn't it? Best mate, isn't it? Yeah, we are. All best mates, but it happens, isn't it? Maybe.
If you ain't motivated, playing on a pitch like this, in a stadium like this, there's two ways of looking at it. It can be too much for you, or you can say, this is why I'm playing football, because I want to play in stadiums like this, only with 40,000 in it. Week in, week out. That's why you're playing. So accept it. It ain't just another game, is it? It's a special game. It's a special game. Don't waste it. Shouldn't need a team talk.
Inspired by Graham's words, his young charges rise to the occasion on his old stamping ground.
Come on, Ainsley, you gotta make it, Ainsley! You gotta make it, Ainsley!
Jimmy and others on the bench can only sit and watch as the team triumphs without them.
Stand up, Clem! Stand up! Concentrate! Come on! Not a bad ball, by the way. Come on, lift it, Blue! Lift it!
Well done, big man. Well done, Nan. Well done, Kev.
Well done, cheers, Pat. Well done.
A 3-1 victory for Chelsea, and things are looking good. But as the season continues, the pressure on the boys to succeed will take its toll.
On to the next one.
Yeah, Ainsley's.
Ainsley, hiding them away in the corner. Ainsley, are they yours?
Yeah. I don't think so.
What are you doing? You're hiding them underneath there, thinking Graham won't look underneath there.
They've been there for a long time. I ain't cleaned up the boot room. I haven't put the boots underneath there. I don't clean the boot.
Are they your boots?
Yeah.
Are they your match boots?
Yeah.
If they're in the boot room, they've got to be ready for matches, Ainsley. All right, yeah. Are they yours, Joe?
I think so.
You think so?
Well, a schoolboy wore them.
Joe's trying to make a career out of football, and he doesn't know if they're his boots or not.
A schoolboy wore them, and he told me he cleaned them, but...
You know what I mean? I shouldn't be having to do this. If the chaps really wanted to do it, really wanted to make football, their boots would be spot on. Neil Clement, where's your boots? Show me them. Bring them in. I get the impression Clem wants it. It's got shoe bits in and everything. They're immaculate, look. 1 brownie point, Clem. Your standards.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right, aren't I?
Yeah.
That's what you got performing, isn't it?
Yeah.
On a Saturday. Slice it into touch and things.
Always happens to me. People stitch me up, wear my boots and don't tell me and all things like that, you know what I mean? Scandalous. Isn't it, Joe?
You're good enough to let a schoolboy use them. Get hold of that schoolboy and say, where's my boots? I want to see him. And Ainsley, look, he's laughing his head off there, Ainsley, look. Turn round, Ains. Turn round, come on. Are you?
They don't really like their duties, as long as they're showing a good attitude and putting all their efforts outside. I'm prepared to be lenient with them when they're not showing the attitude and the effort outside. Then sort of get them to work to rule. More time doing menial jobs.
A lack of effort, both on and off the pitch, brings an early end to the dreams of 3 second-year trainees. One of them is Ainsley Uller.
Ainsley in particular had problems from the start with discipline. He and the others have had to go. I don't think they'll make a career out of football, if I'm perfectly honest. Again, I hope they prove me wrong, but the application and dedication that we're on about earlier, I'm not sure they had it. And if kids aren't up to it, hard as it is, hard bastard that I am, that's how it's got to be done. Not easy.
I know I'll make it somewhere if I don't make it here. I'm good enough to make it here. I know I'll make it somewhere else. Take a step down, maybe go to another lower division, then sooner or later I'll be up in the top division again anyway. It doesn't really bother me that much.
The boys still dreaming of a professional contract soon have the chance to prove themselves to Graham. Their test, a European under-19 tournament in northern Spain. For some of the trainees, just 16, it's their first time abroad.
This tour is for lads who we feel have got a chance going all the way, who are hopefully going to play in Chelsea's first team in European competition. And it's to give them experience of different cultures, different tactics, and to put up with a lot of rubbish and being able to discipline themselves over any given amount of time. 4 games in 4 days is a test.
The Blues' first game on the Spanish-French border is against hotly tipped Osasuna.
Nice surface, pass the ball around, but remember why we're passing it around. We want to win the game. Keep them out one end, knock them in the other.
Pass it! Oh, fucking hell! Mitchie! Mitchie, why? The free kick. Fucking walk away from it. Well, stay cool.
Just have to give it to them. He's fucking going, isn't he?
Fucking rules you play to it. Hey, ref.
After a string of brutal fouls against them, Chelsea are beginning to lose their cool and their faith in the referee. This slap from centre-forward Mark Nichols earns him a red card and puts him out of the next game.
I don't believe it.
He is the worst fucking referee I've ever seen in my life.
Down to 10 men, and tempers are boiling over. Fullback Neil Hands rages at the referee and is sent off.
Dickie, get in the box and let him kick you in the box.
Down to 9 men, Graham's boys tough it out.
Stick together. Let's concentrate on the next job in hand.
A 0-0 draw. It's now down to penalties.
We ain't taking them for fun.
Well done, guys. Different classes.
Excellent. Excellent. Stay cool. Outplay the team and the referee. Different class. Come up to take your penalty. Stay cool and slot it.
Concentrate. Want to score.
Now, we've got a point from our first league game, unbeaten, so we need to score as many as we can, okay? It's important. It's not a Mickey Mouse thing. It's not to entertain the crowd.
Could mean us getting through the
finals. Could mean us playing Monday or not, okay? So it's important.
Osasuna's 5th penalty, a chance for Nani to cover himself in glory. To draw level, the decisive penalty falls to captain Richie Hanlon.
learning process. That's why you're out here. Huh? That's why you're out here. I'm proud of you all. You fucking, not only did you battle against them and a scandalous referee, you were down to 9 men, 10 men. Should have won the game. They had the best chances. Nanny, have a shot to take?
So many.
It's just as well, because you didn't save a pen, did you? Little joke, man. Nico should have scored. Jay Richardson should have scored. Hamzy, I'm telling you to stay cool all the time. You're shouting at the referee after he's booked you. You deserve to get sent off now. You can't do those sort of things. This game's like that, and it's tough and it's tight and everything's against you. Well, you've got to play them at their own game. Second half, when we started getting at them, ripping them open left, right and centre. A little bit more belief in yourself, chaps. Okay? You see what it's like, that's your taste. Go on from here, eh? Win the next 2 games. Because we can do it. On to the next one. You're still in it. Oh, yeah.
The Iceman coming.
No.
Give root magazines away.
Yeah, root magazine.
With many of the team nursing injuries from Chelsea's Iberian campaign, Ted Dale, Graham's assistant and team physio, visits the walking wounded.
Did you get any pain from it at all?
See next door.
Just lay over on your back, sorry.
The first casualty to be treated is Richie Hanlon.
That's hurt. That hurts, is it?
That's it.
Pain? No? Maybe it's just a kick.
What do you think of the game, Rich?
My game first. I did alright. The penalty was crap. I was actually going to put it in the other corner. I changed it at the last minute. I missed, obviously.
Stop.
See you later.
Some of the boys are nursing regrets as well as bruises.
I knew what to expect, the diving and like spitting on you and elbowing you and all that, but it was worse. I've got what I thought was an unfortunate yellow card. I missed the game tomorrow. This time of the year as well, is when I'm up for contracts, things like that, they never go for you. A lot of the time you're thinking, if I don't get it, then I don't think I could carry on. I was sick of the game, but it's an addiction, isn't it? I just love the game so much. At the times it gets to you really badly, like getting in early mornings, cleaning boots.
Yeah,
should be in bed.
Training going freezing cold, December, November.
Cleaning boots. And
you can't throw your hands and then go out and run your bollocks off for like an hour and a half or whatever, and you think, what am I doing this for? You know, I could just walk off the training ground and go home and forget about it.
But once you get out there, like your troubles just fade. And I love it. Love the game. God knows what I'd do if I don't get it.
Hamzy, Neil Hams, smashing kid, nervous wreck. Absolute nervous wreck. And it does me in to, you know, see kids in that sort of state. I suppose they've looked on the trip as my last chance. If I go there and play out of my skin, I might just sneak it.
On, Jimmy! On, Jimmy!
The next match, and Jimmy Agree's back in the team for a game in the Basque Country that the Blues must win. The 2 players sent off are not allowed to play, but Graham believes that the squad's ability and his tactics will give them a good chance of winning through.
Well done, big man, unlucky.
But 5 minutes into the game, things start to go wrong.
Come on then today, Nanny!
Needed that goal.
Despite their goal, the Blues are 2-1 down at half-time and Graham shows them a new face.
Do we want to fucking win this game or what? Do we want to win the game? Because I get the impression there's about 6 or 7 out there who don't fucking want to win it. We've fallen into the old trap here. They've come out, nice, yeah, playing football, nice referee, and we're going, oh, it's a friendly game. It ain't a fucking friendly game. You've got to liven yourself up, Kev. Get tuned in, okay? Jay Richardson, get fucking tuned in. You understand me? And if nothing else, you run your bollocks off. If it ain't happening for you with the ball, you run your cobblers off.
Hang on, sorry, Craig, just bear this in mind. The team yesterday kicked shit out of you, okay? You lose this game, you're saying to them, go on, you go in the final. Because if they get a result today, they'll go in the final. Do you want them to get in the final? Crap team like that? We've got to get to tomorrow afternoon, something to play for. Not going to play Real Madrid tomorrow in a meaningless fucking 70 minutes. You can't give yourself that test unless you do something about this one.
It's not fucking tactics or anything like that, it's application. Can't afford to let another goal in. Can we? Nanny, you always won, Nanny, don't you? You always won. We need a result, guys. You understand me? Keep concentrated!
As the second half begins, Chelsea push for an early equaliser.
They call Nick Britton!
Unlucky!
But after a near miss, the effect of Graham's pep talk wears off, and the Spanish side go 3-1 up. Outplayed by an older and stronger team, tempers start to fray once more. Graham can only stand and watch his team fall apart.
Come on!
2 more Spanish goals follow.
Organise!
But there is more to come.
You want to play? Come on! Push them back! Defend properly! Come on!
With Graham's boys facing their biggest ever defeat, frustration gives way to anger. For that tackle, captain Richie Hanlon is sent off and out of the tournament.
I know you've got to set example, but it was so frustrating. You've just got to stop them getting through somehow. Some frustration out in the player. It's the first time I've ever been sent off for Chelsea. And then last time. That probably will be the last game.
You're fucking captain of Chelsea Football Club and you're doing that. You're supposed to lead by example. What you did was a disgrace. Absolute disgrace. That isn't showing me you're bothered, that's showing me you're stupid. I've learned that being nice and being soft here, get a kick in the bollocks. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, chaps, this tournament. I knew that. But the least I thought I'd get from you is a little bit of spunk, a little bit of spirit. Anybody gets beat. But to get beat, giving the impression you don't give a toss, that's really hurt me. So many heads dropped.
Ice. Anyone else need ice? Ice doesn't mend a broken heart, by the way.
Hi, Mum! Richie's a smashing kid, and rather immature, if I might say that. I was disappointed in his reaction yesterday to his sending off, and went to the back of the bus to tell him so. He's been leery, trying to take the piss out of people, and I just went back to the bus and said, if I'd have acted how you had this afternoon, I'd have been sat in a corner, deep in thought, really thinking about what I'd done and the consequences. He's got half a chance of getting a year's contract. He doesn't know that. When he sees this film, if you use this piece, then he might say, God, why didn't I react differently?
Unable to drown their sorrows, the lads are balking at Graham's strict regime.
It's boring. This whole trip's been boring. Yeah, there's nothing to do at the hotel, no swimming pool, no gym, no nothing. You know? Just sit in your room all the time playing cards. It just gets boring after a while. Even a change of clothes would be quite good sometimes. Tracksuits, isn't it? So you're in. Coming away to Spain, not allowed to go out your hotel or anything like that. It's just tedious. But the manager says goes, but I just think it gets everyone down, though.
I think you know me well enough. I don't rule them with a rod of iron. I said to them after the first game, well done, you're not going out tonight, but you can have a beer in the bar. I meant a beer in the bar. But we've got a game tomorrow. That's what we're out here for, not to drink beer and have a giggle and take the piss. We're out here to play football and learn from that. And obviously some people's priorities have got mixed up a little bit.
Next opponents, Real Madrid. But despite Graham's attempt to lift them, team morale has plummeted, and they're already thinking of other things.
Do you reckon we should have a chaps' night out next Saturday? Yeah, next Saturday? It's your birthday, innit? Go out. Buzz bar.
Oh, shut up.
Joe's house for a party.
I reckon we're going to do well in it.
You are? I reckon, right? Someone will get sent off against Real Madrid if we're losing 8-0. I reckon we'll get hammered by Real Madrid about 20-0. Oh, fuck off.
With no chance of making the final, the game against Real Madrid is the team's last chance to prove themselves to Graham and to restore their pride. By half-time, they're 3-0 down. But shortly after the second half begins, the scoreline goes from bad to worse. Poor performances, drastic measures. Midfield player Jimmy Agri suffers the indignity of being replaced by the reserve goalkeeper.
So delighted for Jody Morris when he would knock that ball in the net. I was delighted for him. Because the way he's performed the last 3 games, he deserved that goal. And you're all going to say, oh yeah, but he's your favourite, Graham. He ain't my favourite. But I see in him somebody who can not only play, but wants to fucking play. I want people who, A, won't let me down, or him, but B, want to have a bit of pride in themselves, to be the best. Not go along with the crowd, sit at the back of the coach and have a little giggle. Want to be the fucking best. You have got to have a serious look at yourself in the summer, you. Because you think I've hammered you this year. You haven't seen it, mate. I could have played out there today and run about more than you. That's embarrassing. I was watching you once for 20 seconds, and they had the ball and made 15 passes, and you have not moved. You were still in the centre circle. And we're 5-1 down. Catch you on your foot, flick it on your neck, means bollocks to me. You got replaced by a goalie. A goalie. You bothered? Bothers me, but indirectly it doesn't really affect me. Because I'll be here, or somewhere. Because I've got a bit of bollocks and a bit of passion. I have. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the old psychological approach, let the chaps make the decisions, how badly they want it. There's a few of you need to really analyse how badly you want to be a top-class footballer. Ken. Jake. How badly? You young lads. How badly do you really want it? The chance of doing something that you love and getting 10 grand a week for doing it. 20 grand if you're really good. Nah. I'll have a beer. I'll have a fucking laugh with the chaps. When you're a superstar, do what you want. Within reason. Do what you want. When you're a 38-year-old has-been like me, do what I want. Drink, smoke. But until you've done something in the game, don't let anything get in your way. I want people who want to be footballers. If you don't want to be a footballer, don't come. If there's anything higher in your life than football, go away now. I feel let down by a few chaps.